Hello and welcome to TakeOnTech. You are rightly tuned in. Today we are going to take a look at one of the issues that has been a problem during the electioneering period. This is disinformation during the elections. We'll also be keeping you updated with both tech news in Kenya and also internationally. So there's much for you. Stay right here with us. The hashtag to use is TakeOnTech at KBC Channel 1. My name is Stephanie Ayeta. In today's question of the day, we want to know your take on the introduction of new digital number plates in Kenya. Talk to us. The hashtag to use is TakeOnTech at KBC Channel 1. We want to interact with you. In tech news, we'll give you more details into the introduction of the new digital number plates. And internationally, hackers who are allegedly aligned to the Chinese government have been targeting Australian politicians. This and much more in our tech news roundup. The government of Kenya has launched new generation number plates for motor vehicles in an effort to curb illegal importation of the vehicle. The outgoing Interior CS, Fred Matiang'i, said the move will eliminate loopholes by financial fraudsters and unscrupulous motor vehicle importers. The new plates comply with the international standards and have security features that are verifiable to allow the enforcement officers to tackle tax evasion and selling of stolen motor vehicles from foreign jurisdictions. The plates have two notable features. Number one is that they have security features which allow law enforcement agencies to track vehicles. The feature is basically a microchip which can be read by security agencies remotely. Secondly, the plates have tasteful fronts and design. Also, they have a QR code, the Kenyan flag, and NTSA serial number. Kenyans are expected to have replaced their old number plates with the new ones within a period of 18 months at a charge of 3,000 Kenyan shillings. Hackers created a fake news website to harvest data from Australian government officials, journalists, and others. This is according to a top US security company, Proofpoint. The targets received mails claiming to be from Australian news outlets, which linked them to a malicious website. The website, populated with articles stolen from the BBC News, would then install malicious code on their device. Proofpoint said it had high confidence that the hackers were aligned with the Chinese government. In the group's latest attack between April and June, victims had received emails claiming to be from someone who had started a news website. They had then been asked to review the site and consider writing for it. The fake website was filled with malware that would infect the victim's computer with a tool called Scanbox, checking their profile, device, and web pages visited. Vice President of Proofpoint, Sherrod Degripo, said people should ensure their browsers were updated and firewall and antivirus software turned on to ensure they protect their employees from attacks of such nature. Do you practice meditation as a way of retaining peace and tranquility amidst life's pressure? What if I tell you that now there is a new technological innovation of a device called Sense to help you through with this process? Well, here is our Tech of the Week feature. A device called Sense has been created to replicate the benefit of meditation. It reduces stress and anxiety by using infrasound resonance, which is carried via bone conduction technology and aims to train the vagus nerve. Stephen Porges of Kinsey Institute thinks of the vagus nerve as the brake pedals that help the body and mind slow down in order to counter the harmful effects of a chronic and unmanaged stress response. This cranial nerve allows the main organs of the body to communicate and is often called the gut-brain superhighway. The vagus nerve is responsible for the way your body reacts to stress. So toning this important nerve, the vagus nerve is responsible for the way your body reacts to stress, can play an important role in improving your digestion, heart health, and breathing rate. The vagus nerve regulates two responses, that is, the sympathetic and parasympathetic responses. The sympathetic nervous system is like your body's go button. It drives the fight or flight response in stressful situations. Then once the threat has gone, your parasympathetic function kicks in, restoring your body to calm and restoring balance. The vagus nerve, which runs from the brain, stems down through your body, carries information to most of the major organs. Tone this nerve and you tone the body's ability to kickstart the parasympathetic response when needed. It makes a remarkable difference to your overall feelings of calm and sense of peace. And this has a knock-on effect to your physical health. The Sensate device, which trains the vagus nerve, works by you simply putting on the device around your neck and connecting it to a smartphone app. On wearing the AirPods and selecting the soothing music you prefer to listen to, it takes you about 10 to 30 minutes to be relaxed. There is no medical validation for Sensate. However, it is claimed that the device, which is based on science, will over time strengthen that nerve and in doing so, improve resilience to stress. For Tech Talk, Grace Githaga will be hosting Kennedy Kamande, a UNEP consultant, on the topic disinformation during elections. Let's listen in.
You're watching the interview section of TakeOnTech, and today we are talking to the issue of fake news and some of the efforts that have been put in place to combat fake news, and we are talking to Kennedy Kamande Wangari. There's a question of, we are constantly seeing a lot of fake news, bots. We are seeing even videos being edited to look like they are real. Just tell us the work around, combating fake news.
Great, thank you for the question. In this information era, you realize that every one of us has that ability, and it's easier for us to self-publish either any news or your own opinions in the public platforms and forums that are out here. And this has been quite a big challenge when it comes. How do you sift through all this friction, all this noise, all this information that's out there so that you're able to get facts? Because one thing you understand is that for us to make any decisions in life, we have to be well informed and have factual decisions. And what we're doing for us in partnership with Fumbua Kenya, which is one of the fact-checking organizations in Kenya, is that we've looked at how can we be able to leverage data and also be able to build data-driven processing tools that will help us in real time. You can be able to input your news, or you can be able to input whether it's a video, whether it's that news article, or is that that image, and in real time you're able to get an output, whether it's a real article. You're able to get that legitimacy of that particular article, and we're leveraging on artificial intelligence, and we've just recently launched the application named News Checker that will help, that seeks out to help both the journalists and the media professional people to improve on media literacy, and also to help when it comes to fact-checking information.
Okay, you keep talking about fact-checking. I'll come back to that, but back to the app. So, is it available on our app store, and is it a free app?
Yes, it is.
Talk to us about that.
Great. It's a free application that anyone can be able to access it via Google Play Store. We also look forward to launching on the Apple Store. And we also have in the pipeline, we have a Google Chrome web extension. And this web extension means that you don't have to install the application on your mobile phone, but you can still be able to leverage on your desktop or web browser extensions. And also integrate with social media platforms to make it easier for you to just fact check and verify your information, whether it's true or it's fake.
Okay, talk to us about this fact-checking process. Um, in the work that you've been doing, first of all, tell us that process of fact-checking, and then tell us, has it been useful? Is it, for example, helping in combat misinformation and fake news?
Oh, great. At a high level, how our application works is that once you've downloaded and installed the application, it allows you to input any kind, in this case, 3 types of data, being image data, being textual data, and video data. And upon uploading your data, at the background, we have artificial intelligence algorithms that are embedded in the system. And what they do is that they're able to compare or analyze either the textual information or the properties from that particular data input. And it's able to analyze the text, in this case, since most of the articles or the fake news are article-based or video-based. And it's able to give you an output in form, a prediction output in form of 4 ways. In that, it could give you an output of that particular news article was a true, in that it was published and it's a true, the prediction is that that article is a true. It could be give you a prediction output of it's a true fake, in that that particular article is it's a predicted article that's not factual. We also have a fake real, in that that particular article is fake, and also the output is that it's having had that article published is a fake one, and also the fourth output is fake, in that that particular article is not true, not factual, and should not also be published. So with these 4 outputs, it helps you to build a credibility score on whether that particular article is true. And what happens in the background when you are comparing these news articles is that you that particular data input is compared in a background with, in this case, like if you look at, if you are to try and analyze a news article that's textual based, you realize that we have been able to create a data set of over 9,000 articles that are both true and fake. So it's able to compare in the background and build a credibility score in close relation to that particular article, and also crawling through the internet to look at similarly related articles.
Okay. Now, very interesting, because we'll come back. You talk to us about fake, real, real, fake, the 4 categories that you've highlighted. We take a short break. You're watching TakeOnTech, the interview section. Please continue following us on our social media handles, and that's at KBC Channel 1 across all the handles. Please keep watching. You're watching the interview section of TakeOnTech, and today we are talking to the issue of fake news and some of the efforts that have been put in place to combat fake news. And we are talking to Kennedy Kamande Wangari. Now, Kennedy, talk to us about artificial intelligence. And I'm thinking, before we went on a break, you were telling us the category that you use, fake, real, fake,
True.
yeah, fake, true. It's all very intriguing. Talk to us about the videos that look very real, and yet they've been able to utilize the person's voice to convey a fake message.
Oh, great. That's a great question. And when we talk of the role of artificial intelligence, you realize that, and also these disruptive technologies and how they can help to combat misinformation, you realize that artificial intelligence is a double-edged sword. And what do we mean by that? In that one, it poses danger. It could make it worse when it comes to this generation and spread of this fake news. That's one way. The second way is that these artificial intelligence technologies and also other disruptive technologies could also be leveraged in a good way. In that, this is where now we're looking at how we can be able to use artificial intelligence to combat the spread of misinformation. And when we talk of the videos that you've just talked about, you realize that there's this evolving or this advanced artificial intelligence technology called deepfake technology. And what happens is that these deepfake technologies allows anyone out there, it's basically builds a system that allows anyone out there to be able to clone someone's voice, someone's, or basically to be able to clone someone's, a human being's traits, from how you talk, from how you visualize, from how you talk and walk. And that's why we're looking at how can we be able to use artificial intelligence for social good or for good, because there's the concern of the use of artificial intelligence for weaponization. That's where the videos comes in. And the challenge is that it's quite challenging for you to identify or to know if that video is true or fake.
Yeah, because it has the same pictures, it has the same voice.
Yes.
Yeah, but talk to us more about the deep fakes. Is it an app that somebody finds online and then they are able to go and change people's voices and change people's images, but make them look real as if, you know, they are giving that information?
Oh, great. You find that, again, there are people who are building those systems that are unethical, and that brings us to the unethical applications of artificial intelligence, in that you'll find there are applications built by people, and mainly like during the campaign period, be it in the US and also in Kenya, we've seen use of the deepfake videos, including the recent alleged video of the IBC communication with Junet Mohammed. And what all these concerns brings us is to ask ourselves, how do we build ethical artificial intelligence or data-driven solutions? How do we comply with the regulations that are there? What are the legal frameworks? What are the regulations that are there?
Are you working with other people or other organizations?
Great. When it comes to boosting media literacy and also on this project on artificial intelligence and the role of artificial intelligence and how we can combat fake news, we've worked with Fumbua Kenya. We also are looking at how other more innovative data-driven ways we can work with Piga Firimbi, which is one of the oldest fact-checking organizations in Kenya. And I believe in this data-driven world, and as we move forward, we'll continue to explore more opportunities and more ways we can build better data-driven AI solutions that will help us in real time. You can be able to distill from all the noise and all the information that you have, and you're able to get factual information and make your decision based on that.
All right. So thank you so much, Kennedy, for gracing the interview section of TakeOnTech. That's it from our interview section. We were looking at combating fake news in an era of, you know, disinformation. We had in the studio Kennedy Kamande Wangari. My name is Grace Gidaiga. Continue following us on our social media handles. Please keep watching. Thank you.
Thank you.
For Innovators Club, today we bring you Harold Omolo, who has come up with a community live broadcasting innovation. Check it out.
I'm Honorable Dr. Harold Omondi Omolo. I'm a lecturer at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology at a School of Computing, IT department. As IT specialist, I'm here to showcase a few innovations which can provide solutions to issues affecting our families in a very, very special way. For example, I will try to explain how internet can be used to provide or to address challenges we are facing as a community. And in this regard, I will try to highlight how these cameras or how a board like this board can be used to come up with a live broadcasting facility or a live broadcasting station for our communities just using this board. And I will also showcase how this has been done. Thereafter, it will be a practical event on how we can stream live events from our communities. So basically, that is a quick synopsis of my presentation today, and it is all about how internet can be used to provide solutions within our communities. One, we have what we call boards, different, we call them different IT boards. I will try to be as simple as possible. Yes, that's why I'm calling them IT boards. And we've been using several boards to come up with solutions on issues affecting our communities, even from the developed countries. Here with me, I have a board. This is one of my boards. This one is called Arduino board. This is an Arduino board, just one of the boards. We have several boards being used to address different issues. Then we also have another board inside this stuff. You can also see it here. This is also a configured Arduino board together with a Strawberry board, which has been used to create what we call port forwarding. Those who are doing networking knows what port forwarding is all about. So basically with this concept, I have programmed this Arduino board, and so it has opened several ports of up to around 99% of the cameras we see around. Maybe you will ask, what am I talking about? If you look at any camera around us, it is not possible for you to cover an event and take it live online or to facilitate a broadcasting application. It is always not very, very easy. But with this technology, I've realized that we can use cameras, we can use boards and open ports of different cameras and use them to provide live broadcasting. And so this is what I've done with this. I've programmed this board again, and then from the board, I've connected it with this is an NVR. This is an NVR, the normal NVR, network video recorder. This is a network video recorder. So information will be emanating from my cameras to a router. Then from the router, we have a network video recorder here with me, and also I have an extender. This extender will help me to ensure that, for example, if I want to use my phone to find out the strength of my signals, I will definitely use an extender so that I have a very, very steady internet in my phone. And so I will then try to highlight. We have different types of cameras at the background. The first camera is this camera. This is what we call PTZ camera. This is what we call PTZ camera. You will ask, why am I talking about PTZ camera? PTZ camera is a camera which is used to feature long distance, I would say, images, long distance images, yes. It can zoom. You can also get what we call the face recognition, number plate identification, among others. So this is a camera which I'm using, for example, if I'm in a broadcasting room and I want to have clarity in terms of the visibility of things around me, I will focus on this PTZ camera. That is one. Then I have another one camera. This is a dome camera. Dome camera, when I will be showcasing, you will realize that dome camera is usually giving us a wider panorama in terms of viewing what is happening, and its clarity is also very, very important. And so in a nutshell, I will try to configure these two cameras using this board and terminating them, making them to pass through a router, and I will terminate in an NVR. Thereafter, the same information will be transmitted in a cloud computing server, after which it will be a live broadcast at all times. Then you will ask, what am I doing with all this stuff? One, if we take note of events around us here in Kenya, you may have an event in a very, very remote part of the world, and you don't know how your friends can look, maybe can view what you're doing live. With this application, your friends in the US can just open it to their Facebook account, Twitter, among others, and they watch that event raw the way it is. That is one. The other advantage of this event, of this system here, is that it can create clips for you, and I will also show you how clips can be created. That is two. The other one here is that I can zoom, I can zoom events, I can also monitor sounds among others, and I can also share the outcome of this event with other users. So in a nutshell, that is the quick overview of my presentation today. Thank you. We have, this is called an extender. Extender is being used maybe to make sure that your Wi-Fi is very, very stable. This is handy in the sense that we will need extender to support very, very strong Wi-Fi. Since the system uses our mobile phone, we have an app which must be downloaded to provide live streaming, and that is why we need an extender. This is an extender. Remember, this is the board which has created the path, and because of this, we have that on live broadcasting system just using this. This is just a normal switch. This is a switch, and a switch you can use to distribute internet from the source. Then you can distribute net from the switch to the network video recorder. That is this one. It is called an NVR. You can also pick internet from the switch to this router, to the normal router. And once it is in the router, then it will be split into different applications. From the router, you can use it to the same configured board. That is this white stuff, this configured board. And it is then also connected to the laptop. So from my end, looking at this switch, we have a connection from the switch to the NVR, that is one. Then there's also another connection from the router to the cameras, the PTZ, and you can see this is the one for the PTZ. This is the one for the PTZ. There are two. I also have this other one. I have this other one for the dome camera. This is for the dome camera, And also we have options for audio recording. If in any case you want to use external audio recording, you can use these slots for external audio recording. But the beauty of this application here is that we have inbuilt audio, and you can see options for, you can see the component is already having inbuilt audio. That makes it to be very, very audible in terms of what is happening. It has sensors already. It can detect the amount of light which must be used when you are doing your coverage. Then we have another connection from the router from the router to the NVR, from the NVR to the configured Raspberry equipment, and then to the laptop.
We now draw the curtains on today's show, but you can still interact with us on our social media handles. The question of the day is, what's your take on the introduction of the new digital number plates in Kenya? The hashtag to use is TakeOnTech at KBC Channel 1. My personal handle is at Stephanie_Ayeta on Instagram. Let's meet next week, same time, same place. Until then, adios.